Hello students, so this video lecture I am going to explain fourth unit of overhead cost of control. So first we need to understand what do you mean by the overhead. Here in the modern day manufacturing unit there are certain expenses incurred on general services and facilities which are essential for the manufacturing process but which can't be directly identified with the articles produced or the service rendered. All these expenses which can be not be identified or traced with the particular unit of production is termed as a overhead. So what is overhead? So first we have to understand some basic things of cost. So cost comprises three elements. One is called as materials and labor, and the third one is expenses. So there is a three elements of cost. So these elements are further divided into the two parts. One is called as direct cost, another one is indirect cost. So what is direct cost? Direct cost or direct materials or the direct wages, so these are called as prime cost. So these direct cost and the indirect cost, so here direct cost are shown under the head of prime cost. So all indirect costs are called as overhead. So all indirect cost means indirect labor, indirect expenses and indirect materials, these called as overhead. So overhead is also an important factor affecting the cost of production. So this say that in the overhead consists of two products, one relating to the product and other relating to the facilities and the services maintained for earning of the organization. It is a group of expenses which are not identifiable with the cost but all included generally for the manufacturing and the service selling the activities of the organization, can be apportioned and to observed by the cost unit. So this is called as overhead. So here overhead may be defined as the cost of indirect materials, indirect labor and such other expenses including services which cannot be conveniently be charged to the specific unit, that is indirect expenses. So it means that here alternatively overheads are the expenses other than direct expenses. So overhead costs are indirect cost or those costs which cannot be charged to the particular job but apportioned on a suitable basis. So this is called as overhead. So here overhead, there is a main objectives of overhead of study overhead cost is there is a two objectives: to link the overhead to the output and to control the overhead cost. So these are the two objectives of overhead. And another one is, so what are the classification of overhead? So as per there is a three classified on the basis of overhead. So here on the basis of overhead, in the first one is element basis, another one is behavior based, another one is function based. First we need to understand, so elements, on the basis of elements again there is a three part: indirect materials, indirect labor, indirect expenses. Here indirect materials, indirect labor and indirect expenses, these are called as overhead. So what it means, first we need to understand what is indirect materials. So here indirect materials means which cannot be identified in the production department. For example, fuel, so fuel or small tools, so these are called as indirect materials. Another one is indirect labor. So here indirect labor means which cannot be allocated to the particular unit of cost are called as indirect labor. For example, general indirect labor, salary of storekeeper, wages for maintenance workers. So these are called as indirect labor. Another one is indirect expenses. What it means? So here which cannot be allocated but which can be observed by the cost or cost unit. So here for example is training expenses. Here training expenses, it is relating to the employees, that is the indirect expenses, or depreciation of plant, machinery and building. So these are called as indirect expenses. Another one is on the basis of behavior based. So behavior, it can be again classified into the three categories. Number one is fixed overhead, variable overhead and semi variable overhead. So here is fixed variable means these expenses will remain unaffected whether there is an increase or decrease in the value of production. For example, rent and rates, management salaries. So these are called as, or buildings depreciation, legal expenses. So these are called as fixed overhead. Another one is variable overhead. So variable overhead means these expenses will vary. Vary means changes according to the production. If production increases, total overhead also increases, or if the production decreases, the variable overhead also decreases. So these variables, it including on the basis of variable overhead per unit will be remain fixed. So for example is power or fuel, packing, material or consumable stores. So these are called as variable overhead. Another one is semi-variable overhead. So semi-variable overhead means these costs vary in part with the value of the production and in part they are constant. So whatever be in the value of production, so these called as semi-variable overhead. For example, repairs and maintenance. So this is called as semi-variable overhead. So another one is on the basis of functions. So on the basis of functions, it can be divided into the production overhead, administration overhead, selling and distribution overhead and general overhead. So in the first one is production overhead, and it is also called as factory overhead or manufacturing overhead. So factory overhead is the total indirect cost associated with the manufacturing activities. Usually it starts with the purchasing of materials and ends with all factory expenses incurred. So for example, indirect materials such as lubricants, cotton waste, wages of indirect workers, factory rent, rates, lighting, heating. So these are called as production overhead. Another one is administration overhead. So it is the indirect expenses which are incurred at the office premises. It is relating to the level of office. So it means that, for example, office rent, rates, office lighting or postage, telephones, charges. So these are the expenses relating to the office level, that is called as administration overhead. Another one is selling overhead and distribution overhead. Means selling overhead and there is a selling and distribution overhead means there is a two part, selling overhead and distribution overhead. So here first we need to understand what is selling overhead. Selling overhead means it refers to those expenses which are associated with the particular marketing and the selling activities. So for example, salaries and commission of a salesman, advertisement and publicity, market research, bad debts. So these are including the selling overhead. Another one is distribution overhead. So distribution overhead means total indirect cost associated with the distribution of finished product, beginning with the packed goods available for dispatch and ending with the making the reconditioned returnable empty container if any available for reuse. So these for example of distribution overhead, for example packaging charges, carriage, freight outwards, cost of operating distribution vehicles. So these are relating to the distribution overhead. So another one is general overhead. Here general overhead means generally we have to allocated the some product. So that is called as general, means it including the research and development overhead. So total indirect cost incurred for the research and development activities undertaken by the organization for the development of the new product, improvement of the existing product. So these are the general overhead. Is it clear? So these are the one of the very important classification of the overhead on the basis of on the basis three important elements basis, behavior based and the function basis. And another one is very important, distribution of overhead. How to distribute the overhead? So here the some following procedure is to be followed in finding out the overhead cost of individual cost units of production. So in the first step, collection, it is also called distribution of overhead, or it is also called steps in distribution of overhead. In the first one is classification of overhead. Another step, collection of overhead. Third one is allocation of overhead and apportionment of overhead, reapportionment of the service department overhead, and observation of the overhead. So these are the important steps while calculating the overhead parts. So first we need to understand, I will take first step, classification of overhead. So all of you know that. So we already know there is a three classification of overhead on the basis of functions, elements and the behavior. So in case of production, selling, distribution, indirect materials. So these are the just already you know that is the classification of overhead. Second step is collection of overhead. Here collection of overhead means collection of various items of overhead under suitable accounts. The main sources from which overhead expenses are collected in the cost accounts. For example, stores requisition notes for indirect materials issued from stores. For example, invoices for payment made to the outside parties for the stores as well as the other services, or wages analysis book for wages paid to the indirect workers, journal entries for those overhead items which do not involve the cash payment and need some adjustment, or those relating to the outstanding expenses, for example depreciation, outstanding rent. So these are the collection of overhead. Another one is very important, allocation and apportionment. So here allocation and apportionment means these are the primary distribution, allocation and apportionment. So in primary distribution it is also called as departmentization. So the distribution of overhead to various department is known as departmentization of the overhead. So this is done by the allocation and the apportionment of various items of overhead to the various department. So first we need to understand what is allocation and apportionment. So here is some students are totally confused about the allocation and the apportionment. Allocation is different and the apportionment is different. So here allocation means the allotment of all item of cost to the cost center of the cost unit. So what it means here, allocation means charging the overheads of the particular cost center when such overheads have been incurred directly for the cost center. So here allocation is one of the process of identifying the overheads to the production and the services cost center for which such overheads are directly charged. So allocation is possible only when the exact amount of overhead incurred in the cost center is definitely known. So that is called as allocation. So I will give the one example, then it can be very clear about the term of allocation. So here allocation, for example, salary paid to the manager. Salary paid to the manager. So here salary paid to the manager of the particular production department can be directly identified with the department and therefore will be directly charged to that department. So that is called as allocation. So what it means? Apportionment. Apportionment of the overhead. So here apportionment means allotment in proportion of the item to the cost center or the cost unit. So here apportionment is the distribution of cost of various departments on suitable basis. Certain items of overheads cannot be allocated to the cost centers overheads which are not directly identifiable with any particular production or services cost center are distributed over the departments or cost center on some suitable basis. That is, benefits of joint cost are commonly shared. It is usually not possible to ascertain the cost of rent or the power or electricity. So this is means attributable to the particular department or the cost center. In such cases, the total overheads incurred have to be apportioned to the various cost center on the suitable basis. So this is called as apportionment. So for example, I will give you one example, then it can be very clear. So here, for example, area occupied by the means similarly. So for example, salary of the general manager cannot be allocated whole to only any one department, as he attend in general to all the department. So that is, it should be therefore apportioned on some suitable basis. So that is the very important to the apportionment. Is it clear? So for example, rent of factory building is not allocated but apportioned various department on suitable basis. So this including the area occupied of the different department. Is it clear? So one of the very important difference is that allocation and the apportionment. So here allocation is, it deals only allotment of all item of cost, but apportionment overhead, it deals with only an allotment of proportionate of its cost. So allocation is the direct expenses. Allocation is direct, but the apportionment is the indirect expenses. Is it clear? And allocation refers to the distribution of the overhead on the particular base, means particular department basis. But apportionment means method of distribution overheads from one department to the other department. So in the allocation is the one of the first step of the departmentization of the overhead, but the apportionment is comes to the next step, that is the secondary step. Is it clear? So these are the very important difference between the allocation and apportionment. So another one is reapportionment of the service department. So here reapportionment means again there is a some overhead have been allocated apportioned to the production and the service department and totally the next step is to be reapportioned to the service department. So here reapportion to the service department and to the production department. So here there is a two parts, apportion to the production department only, another one is apportion to the production as well as the service department only. So based on these, again there is a two types, non-reciprocal basis and the reciprocal basis. Reciprocal basis, again it can be divided into the two parts, simultaneously equation method, repeated equation method. So first we need to understand for the 4 step, then you can be explained for the step 5 as well as the step 6. So step 5 is a totally means secondary distribution method. So first one is basis of apportionment. First, before going to solving the problem, first we need to understand what are the basis of apportionment. So here common item of production overhead in the basis of apportionment. So what is in the first one is factory rent, rates, taxes and insurance of factory building. So these are on the basis of floor area occupied. So factory rent, rates, buildings, so these are the on the basis of area occupied or floor area occupied. Insurance of plant and machinery, depreciation of plant and machinery, so these are the on the basis of capital cost of plant and machinery. And insurance stock, so insurance stock is on the basis of insured value of the stock. Supervision, canteen staff, welfare expenses, so relating to the employees, so this is on the basis of number of workers or the number of employees. And compensation to the workers and the PF contribution, so this is also on the basis of employees but on the basis of direct wages. Next, stores overhead, keeping expenses on the basis of direct materials. Material handling charges is on the basis of weight of direct materials. Lighting and heating is on the basis of light points, or if it is not given for the light points, you took on the basis of floor area occupied. Is it clear? So these are the basis of apportionment. I hope you can understand. So here one more is very important. So there is a 2 stages of apportionment. Number 1 is primary distribution method. Number 2 is secondary distribution method. First we need to calculate primary distribution method on the basis of these. Is it clear? On the basis of overhead means basis of apportionment. Is it clear? So in the next video I am going to upload the first problem of primary distribution method. Thank you students.